What's up, y'all? This is Johnny Jones for On the Grind, where we talk business and break it down to make sense. In hip hop, when it comes to the independent hustle, we gotta give it to the Bay Area. In a time where the executives were more fucking with East Coast shit, it was hard for rappers from that region to get noticed. If they wanted to be part of the industry, they had to craft their own lane from jump.
Right. To the motherfucking studio, to the manufacturer, to the nigga that did the artwork, to the motherfucking distributor, picking up the check. We right there with him. What do? We do the shit without him, nigga. We make so much motherfucking money.
And that's how you initially started.
That's how Jive found me.
And then Jive came to you.
Yeah, we didn't give a fuck about the signing bonus, nothing. We just like, you gonna give us national distribution? Let's hook it up.
Right.
Yeah, you know?
Because in New York, it was the exact opposite. Can I get some of that wine? Why?
Yeah, you be trying to get a deal, right?
We be trying to get a deal first. Like, y'all invented independent hustling.
The Bay is known for that.
That gave them the opportunity to have lucrative deals as they had more money in their pocket after the split with their distribution partners. That also gave them the freedom to control the business as they didn't have to wait for release dates. It's not a coincidence that Too Short and E40 are still doing it, as they have an outstanding amount of projects since they started rapping.
Here promoting, what is your 25th, 26th album?
25th album, right?
28th. God damn.
Not a game.
While most artists were looking for deals, the Bay wasn't about to wait. Originally from Third World Calio Projects in New Orleans, Master P went to Richmond, California and had a record store called No Limit Records and Tapes, which taught him the independent grind and later have the whole world make him say,
At that time, Michael Jackson attorney was the top attorney in the game. He already closed probably one of the biggest deals ever for Michael Jackson. I mean, he had Neverland. I mean, you see a black guy having that type of money. And Michael Jackson was only getting 22% of record. And when I left out that meeting with that guy, which I spent $25K, that was in the 90s, early 90s. And that was probably the best money I ever spent. And when I sit down with the guy, he told me, he said, the only deal you could get better than Michael Jackson would be a distribution deal, where you get 85% and a record company get 15%. But he didn't think that would never happen. And he also told me I'm going to need $200,000 of marketing money if they did give me a deal like that. So when I left, I went and got prepared. I started selling my cassettes and CDs out the trunk of my car and just building up some capital to be able to do a deal of that magnitude. I ended up bumping into Priority Records.
My friend Dave Weiner from Priority, he was at Strange. He signed Mayday to Strange. And he was telling me about when he first came across you and he had to go back to the label. He's like, yeah, we can't just give this guy a normal deal.
And he asked me what kind of deal I wanted. I said, I want a distribution deal. And they wanted to give me a lot of money up front. And I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want no money. I just want a distribution deal.
Nah. After working on a label for a while, Master P was able to secure one of the most lucrative deals we have ever seen in hip-hop back then. He spent $25K for 15 minutes with the lawyer to get that game. The rest was history. With their master's ownership and the 85%, 15% split with Priority Records, No Limit became one of the hottest labels in the game. They were constantly releasing albums from different artists and business was booming. P went on to diversify his portfolio with numerous ventures after.
Because we got all kind of product now. And this all started from potato chips. But expanding our brand and expanding our mind, saying whatever they could do, we could do it better. But this man know how to make sure it tastes good. Yeah. That's what you say. You can put in a brown paper bag, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're gonna buy it if it tastes good. Because we got to start thinking stock, taking companies public.
The peak, all that was in '98 though. Y'all know we have seen a lot of artists come and go. But the crazy thing is, today, some artists are still complaining about their record label not doing right. But history repeats itself. Back to the Bay. LARussell was recently running around promoting his brand on a couple platforms. Originally from Vallejo, LARussell released his first project, The Field Effect, in 2018. And the album got a buzz. Now having a partnership with Russ, it also sparked a business model that not only him, but his whole team could eat for the rest of their lives.
I feel the Nipsey influence in it.
Come on.
Right? I don't know. I mean, you could talk to it a lot more, but I could just feel it from the Proud to Pay to the Power of Independence. Now you're saying, like, I'm shooting content for people, like, you're doing everything.
Yeah.
How big of an influence did he play in your musical journey?
Man, hyper. When I came up, you know, with the Proud to Pay thing, like, that's his system that we've just kind of revolutionized. I was riding my bike one day, and I was like, how the hell can I do that, but in my way? Because, you know, he did a $100 album, and I was like, I don't know too many niggas with $100 around me, so that ain't gonna work. But I was like, but how can I still get people to kind of, like, invest and spend that money? And my idea was just like, I'm not going to put a price. I'm going to just let them, whatever you got, $5 is better than $0. You feel me? I'd rather make 5 than make none. So it was like, let me just allow people to decide that and let them do their thing. And then eventually it just scaled up. Instead of just, let people get your dollar, scale to the offer-based side where it was like, okay, let me have a say in who gets to come and experience this as well. But, you know, make people really think. Like we started doing offer-based merch. And when we started, my boy Taz, who helped build the website and the system, we had when you log on, it had a minimum price entered. And I noticed a lot of people was just entering that price because it existed. So I hit them and I was like, bro, put that shit at $1,000. Like, make them choose.
A strategy applied to music, merch, and shows. Fans can also buy shares from his projects.
I wanted a venue, so I said, okay, well, I'm going to flip my backyard.
How much did you invest into your backyard? I heard you mention that has been pretty good for you.
So the initial investment was about $18,000, and then we added like bleacher. Each show we've added more, so just to this point in total, probably about 30 grand. I built something that can last a lifetime now. Like I have this idea, like we're building Disneyland, and that's because people fly from all over the world in to see us do what we do. And it's a very unique experience. My family is there. My dad cooks. My daughter's there. There's jumpers outside. There's kids there. So we're really cultivating experience. And it's a priceless experience. We don't charge a specific amount. We allow people to make offers on what that experience is worth to them. No one comes to Vallejo for anything. This is the first time in history people are flying from all over the world to come to Vallejo to do something.
Having established a residency in his family's house backyard, everybody helps in the house. This truly has become a unique experience for people as they get to feel home with family. Feels like a dual-pass block party. You might see the rapper putting wristbands on himself at the entrance before the show. Get it how you live. LARussell sounds like a young Jay-Z, but more accessible. That everybody in his team gets to have equity when they work on something. Even the guy that said a word that sparked the word for a song get a percentage of it. Sounds familiar?
He overly paid. That's an issue for me.
Yeah, we've never heard anybody complain.
Like, nobody. That's an issue. Like he'll come like if he. Okay, what does overly pay mean? Because if you go into the mic. Okay, all right. A dude walked in the studio with some leather black jeans on, and here's a theme song, a leather black jeans on. This nigga get a part of the song that I helped, you know what I'm saying, put together. No. But yes, bro. If you delivering waters, if you the engineer, if you the cameraman, if he asks you one thing about this song, your name is on the record. That's why I be so many people.
Oh, we need to go deliver some water.
All you got to do is be in the brainstorming. If you was in the brainstorm room, you get part of the record. It ain't like everybody wrote on the record. It's just everybody who was in there get pieces of you, the piano player.
That's so interesting because you wonder, like sometimes Kanye seems so narcissistic, and it seems like he has such a big ego, and he seems so self-centered that you wouldn't think he'd be such a giving person like that.
I'm talking, if you answering the door, you ask them what's your publisher.
Wow.
Like, bro, like, relax.
Kanye been on that. While you can invest in property, there's also intellectual property. More content you have, the better. This is a great way to empower everybody and take care of your loved ones. LARussell's music is dope too. Check his freestyles first. No gimmicks, but not preachy. He just keeps it real with a presence that you can feel. His energy is refreshing, something we haven't seen in hip-hop for a while.
went to hand me a CD. And I said, you remember?
Yeah, you said, I ain't got no CD player.
What year was this?
A lot of niggas rap, but they don't rap like this. Will Smith don't slap like this.
I'ma take a break and let these niggas reboot. Come on.
At the end of the day, LARussell business model can be applied to almost anything when it comes to content. Find what you love and do something about it. It don't take a lot of money to start. Also, the authenticity that LARussell has is a big part of why he's winning. In school, he's like the homie that always has good energy, always has that fire weed, and when you ask how the hell you always get at least 90% on them tests, he just replies, yeah, man. Artists don't have to be trapped under a label no more. It's about more than money. Y'all gotta know now. But all that shit comes down to one thing. Work, work, and work. You can think about it, feel a way about it, dream about it, but if you don't work on it, it's about consistency.
Best piece of advice Jadakiss has ever received.
Hov told me this many years back, it take a special nigga to grind. You know what I mean? It's easy to, if something's inherited to you, if they let you in the back door, but for you to stand on the line and make your way through and then you get the corner office, that takes a special person. Work hard every day and you should be all right.
That was it. Thanks for watching. Hope you got some game, because when you bet on yourself, like my man says,
it's different.
You ain't got that LARussell. Sway, go ahead and punch somebody if you want to.
This is Johnny Jones chopping it up with you for On the Grind. See y'all in a minute. I'm out.